The world is ran by select few. They tryna brand the name and bet us with a chip. But this the antidote. I'm hitting you with some truth. We not meant to survive, and that's the dirty truth. The world is ran by select few. They tryna brand the name and bet us with a chip. But this the antidote. I'm hitting you with some truth. We not meant to survive, and that's the dirty truth. They use mainstream media, distracted people, and they brainwash America with television. And they distract all our kids with these fantasies. But the real deep distraction, them sex trafficking. Can you feel me? But this the antidote. But truth be told, this is his story. They don't give a fuck about the ghettos of America. They be pushing the drugs and the guns in the black communities. We was conquered off our land. White supremacy at its finest. It's all.
The media enablers that peddled the lie for years, though, are circling the wagons.
This is extraordinarily stupid. It's extraordinarily stupid on so many counts. Barack Obama had nothing to do with this by anybody's accounts.
We're all for transparency on any potential corruption, right? But this is something that...
So, really quick, guys, accountability. That is the major word. The media's favorite line is always, Barack Obama had nothing to do with any of it. Any of it. How do you feel about that line? Please let me know right now below in the comments. Tulsi Gabbard's about to pull something out of her hat that's going to leave you guys surprised. Let's keep going, guys.
That has been combed over for a decade now.
I think they're trying to create the appearance of progress in this investigation without actually making any progress.
They all did their job, right? For the 4 years, 5 years. Meanwhile, President Trump, he's awaiting answers.
I have nothing to do. Pam is doing a great job. I have nothing to do with it. I will tell you this. They deserve it. I was happy to hear it. I actually read it just like you did. I have nothing to do with it.
Here with reaction is Tulsi Gabbard, the director.
So, I'm not going to keep pausing the video, guys. I'm going to let this one play out. But President Trump didn't just say it like somebody that has nothing to hide, right? He's saying it like a guy that's been vindicated. You know, the truth doesn't have to fear investigation. That's what we really have to pay close attention to. Let's keep going, guys. Make sure to like the video, subscribe button. Let's keep going.
Director of National Intelligence, Director Gabbard, thank you very much for joining us tonight.
Thank you, Laura.
There's a report tonight from the Federalist that the DOJ is actually asking you for more documents in its grand jury probe. Is that true? And what are they asking for now?
That is true, Laura, and I just want to point out how important this is that Attorney General Pam Bondi, through the Department of Justice, is taking this necessary first step toward accountability, which is essential for the American people to begin to have any kind of trust in the integrity of our democratic republic. I met with the...
It came! It finally came! The big one.
Hi there. Are you tired of sweating through the summer heat? Wish there was an easy way to stay cool without breaking the bank? Well, I've got great news for you. Introducing the Breeze Box, the ultimate portable cooling solution. Is affordable, energy efficient, and can cool any room in just minutes. Plus, it's portable. You can take it anywhere, from your bedroom to your office, and even on camping trips. No complication to set up. Just turn it on and feel the difference. But that's not all. BreezeBox also purifies and humidifies the air, making your space healthier and more comfortable. It's eco-friendly, super quiet, and has a long-lasting battery life of 10 hours. Rechargeable via USB. And here's the best part. For a limited time, first-time buyers can get BreezeBox at 50% off. It's only $49.99. But you need to act fast because there's only 290 units left, and it's offered and is available for the next 24 hours only. Just don't take my word for it. BreezeBox has an average rating of 4.8 stars from thousands of happy customers, and with our 30-day money-back guarantee, you can try it risk-free. So what are you waiting for? Beat the heat and grab your BreezeBox today. Visit getbreezebox.com now to take advantage of this incredible deal, for it's too late.
Hey y'all, tired of paying outrageous prices for your medication while other countries pay just a fraction of the cost? Y'all know President Trump just signed an executive order to fix this problem. But why wait? BlockbusterHealth.com is already offering Americans these savings right now. I'm talking right now. We're talking up to 80% off of the same exact medications you're already taking. Same brand, same quality, just fair prices. Whether it's Ozempic, insulin, or any other prescription, Blockbuster Health connects you directly with licensed pharmacies that offer international prices. No middleman, no markup, just honest prices. So call 1-888-350-1353. That's again 1-888-350-1353, or just visit blockbusterhealth.com. Americans should not have to choose between their health and their wallet. So check it out. Once again, that number is 1-888-350-1353, or just visit blockbusterhealth.com.
Prosecutors today, and yes, they are committed to leaving no stone unturned as they conduct this grand jury investigation and find the truth. Obviously, we've already handed over the documents that we've declassified and released publicly over the last few weeks. They have more questions, and they're going to be really taking a deep dive into this again, looking everywhere to find the truth and conduct this very serious investigation.
You heard the media reaction. A lot of these same people were just buying lock, stock, and barrel what was sold to them during the 2016 election. But they're essentially saying, this is all old news. This is such a stupid political move on their part. And to that, you say?
They are using the same old tactic that the deep state's propaganda arm in the media uses. Whenever they come across something that is true and that doesn't go along with whatever their narrative is that they're trying to shove down the throats of the American people, they first usually ignore it, as they did when I first released these documents a couple of weeks ago. They tried to ignore it when they realized that they weren't going to get away with this, that this story was going to continue breathing.
So guys, I've been trying to say that this is their playbook. Ignore, deny, then attack. First, they ignored Tulsi Gabbard. Now that she won't shut up, they're terrified, and they're calling her dangerous. Does that not sound familiar to you guys? Like, be honest, does that not sound familiar? Who have they played the same exact game on? Whenever you try to expose the truth, now you're this horrible, horrible person. That I think in the beginning when she first said she wanted to work with Trump, they put her on a terrorist watch list. She couldn't fly, she couldn't do this, she couldn't do that without people breathing down her neck. I'm trying to tell you guys that they put the truth right in front of your face. It's just you have to not be naive. You got to literally look at it for what it is. Not trying to make it something that it's not. Let's keep going, man.
Life, we continued releasing new documents. Then they decided, oh, we'll take this approach of say, oh, this is nothing. There's nothing really to see here. This is bizarre. This is a conspiracy. These are the things that they do over and over and over again. And the next step they will take when they feel that they are not succeeding in getting rid of this truth that we have uncovered for the American people, then they will go down the route of we must destroy and smear and attack the credibility of those who are delivering the truth to the American people. They've done this to President Trump. They've done this to me. They've done this to so many different people, once again, who are trying to tell the American people the truth and expose these people, many of whom you just showed, for who they are as the propaganda arm of the deep state, which would have no power and no influence if they weren't able to feed their lies into a willing spokesperson through the propaganda media.
Now, Director, you said there was irrefutable evidence that Obama was the mastermind of this intelligence manipulation and the perpetuation of the Russia hoax.
I mean, I want to ask you guys a question because this guy's 9 times out of 10, he's probably dating a man. Do you think that he's the mastermind or could it have been his donors? I'm betting, me personally, I'm betting that it could have been his big time donors that are behind and controlling everything. The same person that started up the BLM, the same person that funds the BLM. I don't want to say his name. YouTube might take the video down, but please leave some comments. Let's spread what we think is the truth.
What is that irrefutable evidence for our viewers tonight?
Yeah, Laura, you know, as you were playing those clips of these people like Morning Joe seemingly befuddled, saying that by no account is any of this true, I would challenge them to see if they've actually read the documents, every single page of the documents that we've released over the last couple of weeks. If not, go to odni.gov, G-O-V. It's all right there for anyone to see. And those who go in and read this will see how President Obama directed that a National Security Council meeting be called to talk about Russia, that the report that came out of that meeting was filled with tasks that were delivered by James Clapper's assistant to John Brennan and to other elements of the intelligence community. John Brennan was the head of the CIA at the time, all saying per the president's direction, per the president's order.
Guys, I'm not gonna lie. As she said that, I typed it up really quick while listening to the video. She's not lying. He's not lying. If you type that in and you put Obama files next to it, you're gonna see something that dates back to 2011 of just corruption. Honestly, you're gonna see that.
And very specifically, they were tasked to create an intelligence assessment that detailed how Moscow tried to influence the election. Not if, but how. And this was the beginning of this manufactured intelligence assessment where they knowingly wrote things in this assessment that were false, and they knew they were false. They knew that they were basing it on discredited intelligence or documents like the Steele dossier that was...
So really quick, guys, this is bigger than the Watergate, right? Because they wrote fake intelligence reports on purpose just to destroy President Trump. I don't think that's politics at all. That's something bigger. If you know what that's called, please leave it down below in the comments.
Politically motivated and that they knew was false. And this was how they came up with the Russia hoax that was then weaponized and used to try to delegitimize the president, President Trump, and to try to ultimately enact this years-long coup throughout his entire 4 years of his first administration.
And they further say that there's like this idea of saying that Obama is guilty of treason, that there's almost no chance that he's going to be charged or convicted of treason. So why even go there? And I'll pose that question to you.
The integrity of our democratic republic depends on the American...
Insider be able to, you have to be an insider, shouldn't an outsider be able to run for president of the United States and win? And why should they be met with hostility at every single turn, and you guys know it. It was really bad. So now he's like, okay, I get you right where I want. By the way, just my point on poor Rachel Maddow. I'm not kidding. Like, NBC really can't wait to get rid of her. They had their earnings call last week, and the key quote from that one was, after the Versant, it's actually Versant, spin, it will then have a media business, this is the CEO, made up of NBC, Broadcast, Bravo, Telemundo, as well as Peacock, that are completely symbiotic, leveraging the strengths of entertainment, the entertainment business, both in scripted and reality entertainment, as well as sports and news. In other words, they are so psyched to have this new media company that is divorced from one Rachel Maddow and company over at MSNBC, because she's clearly just shown herself to be a tremendous liability, plus she costs $25 million reportedly a year. So somehow she's managed to squeeze that out of them, but they're not squeezing any ratings out of her, even that lone show one Monday night. Anyway, none of this should come as a surprise to one Rachel Maddow or anyone else, frankly, because first time around, he was Mr. Nice Guy. And then he had 4 years to sit on the sidelines and basically, ran the risk of being thrown in jail for the rest of his life, or bankrupted for the rest of his life. Letitia James, thank you very much. And by the way, what is that case still doing in the Court of Appeals in New York? We're going to talk about that a little bit later. But here's Donald Trump making it clear on Newsmax, he was nice to Hillary first time around. He didn't want to have to go where he's going right now. But he doesn't really have a choice given what they've done.
Grand Rising, everybody. This is Dice Game G coming back here on the We Are Vicious TV, Vicious News. And this what I gotta say is Trump going for broke, because you see how he been going after Obama right now, especially with this Russia collusion with Obama and other crimes he done. But is he gonna go after Hillary Clinton, Chuck Schumer, all the rest, Comey? Is he going after all of these sons of bitches? Because this is what it seems like. Trump he going for broke, and he going hard in with his enemies. Is he gonna make arrests? Is he gonna indict these people? This is what I've been waiting for. So if he's doing it, I'm saying this is gonna be this is gonna be a pleasant moment, and I'm gonna be calling it down. We got a live this weekend here on We Are Vicious TV. Dickie and Dice Game show as well. We gonna go in on a 2-hour special with Obama. Cause Obama, we've been talking about Obama for a long time, and like I said, we ain't like no news teams and stuff like that. But we've been keeping up on them, and we know they moves, and we've been speaking on Obama, all his bullshit for a long time now, and now all this shit coming to a head. But make sure you share this on live, cause we going out, and I'm sending off. I'm Dice Game D here on We Are #VishusTv. Dickie and Dice Game Show. Check us out Saturday, 9 p.m. And we're gonna go in. Is Trump going for broke? Yo, I can't wait. Get your popcorns, get your grape sodas. It's gonna be a fucking hell of an ending, and they throwing a hell of a show. I love y'all, and I'm definitely out this here. Wah.
Nancy Pelosi. Finally, Adam Schiff is going down. Nancy Pelosi is going to go down. Like I said, we told you all this shit going to come out. If Trump is going to get the evidence, and he got all the evidence, really. He been having all the evidence, you know what I'm saying? So people are like, oh, he just got the evidence. No, he been having all the evidence. It just fact is, you know what I'm saying? Certain things got to play in a certain way, you know what I mean? But now he's going after all his enemies. Like I said, I told you once before, we use this man because Trump has Trump card. He was going to bring the house down, and that's what he's doing. He's bringing the house down. And like I said, Adam Schiff, Nancy Pelosi, all the rest of them, you know what I'm saying, Democrat clowns is going down. Barack Obama, you see them fading, they scared.
They should have been scared a long time ago, but they are scared. And hopefully Donald Trump go on and arrest these motherfuckers. And some people think these are clones we witnessing. You know, I don't want to go too far ahead. I already know we looking at clones. You know what I'm saying? So you know what I already thinking, how I'm thinking. These are clones. Same way Joe Biden used like 6 old Bidens. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I said old Biden. Joe Bidens. You know what I mean? So I'm just playing. I'm just saying, people need to, you know, do your due diligence, your research, so you can get a full understanding about what's taking place right now. You know what I'm saying? Some of y'all still was playing on a Democratic plantation, even the Republican plantation. All these motherfuckers the same. I'm anti-government. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying, all these people got fucking indictments. They're gonna be indicted. So go on and get ready. For the ones who my information go over their head, I told you it's levels to your conscious thinking. If it go over your head, that means I'm far in my conscious, you know, awareness. You know what I mean? It's not because I'm better than you or you better than me. It's not because of that. It's like I said, you know, I see through the veil. Give your chance opportunity to see through the veil too, because right now you're gonna have that gift to see what's going on right now, to see through the veil. If you don't, you straight blinded, and a lot of stuff is gonna take you, and all this shit gonna be overwhelming to you. I'm Dice Game G Home. We are Vicious TV. Make sure you like, subscribe, share this long and wide. We told you this day was coming, and now the day is gonna come to all the evidence gonna come out about us indigenous people. You know what I mean? And then we already know California gonna be in the water. Just saying, we seeing it right now. We seeing all the stuff that's going on in LA. You know what I'm saying? All the, you know, the foreigners, you know, all the Latinos is getting together, doing burnouts, doing donuts, all in the streets and stuff like that, bringing civil unrest to the whole fucking population, the city. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying, you see, you know, Escape from LA. Right in live time. You know what I'm saying? I'm out.
.44-yard field goal to tie. The wind at his back. The snap is good. The ball put down. The kick is up and no good. Wide right. Wide right. The Bills kicker missed a field goal. Wide right. Jubilation for the Chiefs sideline. 1:43 to go. Bass missing wide right from 44.
Set your clocks, mark your calendars, and buckle up for the best NFL primetime football action starting September 4th on Westwood 1. You can catch all the bone-crashing hits, last-second heroics, and edge of your seat action at NFL Thursday, Sunday, and Monday nights have to offer. Whether you tailgating, driving, or chilling at home, don't miss a single snap. Listen on the NFL app, the Westwood One Sports app at westwood1sports.com, or just say, Alexa, open Westwood One Sports. If it's the NFL, it's on Westwood One. Ha!
Adam Schiff is in trouble. So a Democrat staffer that was on the Intel committee with Adam Schiff said that he authorized the leaking of Russian intel to muddy and hurt Donald Trump. This is espionage. This is a crime. Listen, arrest him, arrest the Democrats. All this, oh, we have intel on Trump. We have intel. Remember, that was Adam Schiff for a very long time. We know things about Trump that you don't know.
There is significant evidence, much of it in the public domain, on the issue of collusion.
You have seen direct evidence of collusion?
I don't want to go into specifics, but I will say that there is evidence that is not circumstantial. There is circumstantial evidence of collusion.
They knew nothing. They were just leaking specific things to mislead the public. The Democrat Party is corrupt as shit, and now we have a whistleblower that is coming forward and saying that Adam Schiff authorized the leaking of specific information just to muddy Donald Trump, which is very illegal. You cannot sit on the Intel committee, on the Intel board, and leak information to the media. It's supposed to be private. Send them all to jail.
Adam Schiff, today, there was an FBI 302 that has now been declassified by Cash Patel. It's gone to Congress, and it's about Adam Schiff leaking classified information. It's a whistleblower from his office, and the documents are here and they're public. And Brett Tolman is saying, well, you listen, you know, only the U.S. Attorney for Washington, D.C. can make a decision on a case like this. And so my question is open-ended. Have you reviewed his documents? Are you familiar with the Adam Schiff's and the criminal conspiracy to leak against President Trump? Do you plan on investigating?
You know what, Benny? I think you know that this is my wheelhouse. And the difference between me and some other people is that I don't talk about what I'm investigating. I don't talk about what I'm doing. When I have the evidence, when I have enough to go forward, you will hear from me loud and clear.
We are back with another video. I definitely had to bring y'all this because Adam Schiff, that pencil neck, watermelon head, son of a, just got exposed. President Trump got all the evidence he's been waiting for to take down that watermelon head, pencil neck, you know what, Adam Schiff. Not only that, they even got Nancy Pelosi being exposed about the deployment of the National Guard troops. And not only that, former U.S. Capitol Police Chief Stephen Son pretty much said that, hey, he requested and called her 3 times and she denied it. And then she gets on the internet, get on TV and lie about President Trump. She denied his request. And then she get on TV and she been lying about it. She just posted another message the other day talking about that President Trump denied the National Guard. Like, this woman is a full-blown liar. So, the former U.S. Capitol Police, he just came out and just exposed Nancy Pelosi and said, ma'am, you need to stop. You know I called you 3 times and your sergeant at arms denied it. You denied it. So like I said, we even got even more evidence on Adam Schiff. It's not looking good for Adam Schiff because he's already under investigation. Especially pushing this Russia hold. They said that he could face up to 20 years in prison, and not only that, even $250,000 fine. Pencil neck, watermelon head, Adam Schiff. So like I said, make sure y'all please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. Shout out to everybody showing so much support, and shout out to the one that always watches the entire video. I appreciate all of you that do that, especially my last couple videos. A lot of y'all get in the comment section and say, hey dog, I stayed to the end. I really appreciate it because it definitely helps pushes the video out there. And please hit that like button. If you haven't hit that like button, please stop what you're doing right now, hit that like button for me. It really helps me out a lot, and I'm gonna keep y'all up to date with all the news and stuff that's coming out. But like I said, right now, Nancy Pelosi and Adam Schiff is finished. So without further ado, let's go ahead and dive straight into this, because like I said, y'all definitely got to see this. So let's start off with that pencil neck, watermelon head Schiff. So check this out right here by Benny Johnson. He said, breaking, a former Democrat Intelligence Committee staffer turned whistleblower informed the FBI that Adam Schiff personally authorized leaking classified Russia information to undermine President Trump. And we knew he's been lying for years. The man was going on with MSDNC, ABC, came on Fox News, even Tucker Carlson called him out at the time because he was lying about it. Went on The View, he lied about it. Everywhere this man went, he lied about it. Still to this day, he's still pushing that same Russia hoax lie. Oh, Russia helped President Trump win. No, President Trump just won and Hillary Clinton just lost. That's what happened. So not only that, Judge Janine,
we back. What it is, bruh? What it is, bruh? niggas. We all about our skrilla. We smashing hoes, smoking hoes, flipping on the bricks, and we having the fit. Ain't that a bitch? We so fly. Why you haters gotta hate? We trapping good. We stacking money tall.
We are VishusTv.
We're
doing the live video
my shit is lit.
right here.
So hard like gorillas in the trunk. We so lit. I got the
Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. I'm telling you, share this video. Long and wide, share this live. Long and wide. We finna go in live and lit tonight.
It's like we stoned at this. We ride on you haters. We some hood niggas. We all about our stuff. We smashing these hoes. We smoke.
Yeah, we here. We in the house. We in there. We in this. We ain't doing it again. Alright, let me see. Let me see the layout. Let me see the layout. I'm not gonna be on the screen tonight. Well, it's hot. Oh, it's hot. Oh, it's hot. I need that breeze box. I'm telling you. Oh, it's hot. My air done went out. I don't know what's going on. People air been going out here lately. You know, unless Kate Tyler air was going out, went out. I was looking at another guy. He was talking about he was hot. You know what I'm saying? His air was out. I mean, what is going on? You know what I'm saying? Is this shift messing with, you know, electronics? Because man, it's been a rough time. I mean, it's a greater time to be alive right now because everything has been exposed. Like me and my brother Dickie been knowing for over 2 decades. You know, this stuff was gonna come out. Now we seeing the credible ending of their reign. I mean, the deep dark cabal. You know, so a lot of people, do your research. If first you just now coming in into your awakening, please do your research because it's a lot to research. You will never get to the end because I'm telling you, I tried. You ain't gonna never get to the end. You know what I'm saying? The origin of all this shit.
That rabbit hole deep.
Man, it's deep, dude. I'm telling you.
That rabbit hole's deep.
I mean, it's
You'd be
long.
surprised. People gonna be surprised what was all connected to this damn rabbit hole. This corporation, the religion, and all the kick, the education, the medical system. They're gonna be surprised that the devil ran it all. But hey, I've been saying this for a few years, ain't it? If the devil came to earth and he was gonna rule, ain't it no doubt that he's gonna run everything?
Yeah.
Including the goddamn religion?
Well, let's state that in the Bible. Let's state that in the Bible. Well, everybody, we doing a 2-hour special tonight. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? So go to the kitchen right now, you know what I'm saying, and get you some snackables. You know what I'm saying? You know, I like to say grape soda, get you some orange soda, get you some tea, get you some water, get whatever you drink. You know what I'm saying? Get ready to sit down.
Snapple. They already done put that out. That stuff got some stuff in it that's I almost want to say the same stuff's in the damn chemtrails. Damn, what's that? Tetrahydrine or something. I forget what it was. But yeah, Snapple, Brisk Lipton tea, Pure Leaf, and it was 2 more. But Milo's wasn't on the list, but hey, they might not have been investigated yet.
well, right? You know what I mean? Yeah, we getting on this one. We gonna get on multiple topics, especially Obama. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you see the thumbnail, and it stayed Obama going down. You know, look, we've been speaking about Obama and his administration and how we had discussions on our podcast talking about is he from America? You know what I'm saying? We talked, man, we went deep into that, especially his birth certificate. You know what I mean? So when I seen his birth certificate, they posted up there, I was looking, I was like, no, that's not, first of all, I noticed when they said, race, you know what I'm saying? It said African American. Now, Dickie, how old are you, Dickie? You in your 60s, right?
Yep. They say I am on their phony ass paper anyway, but I'm 19 and older.
So, I mean, when you was born on your birth certificate, what did it say under race?
We said Negro.
It said Negro. Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. And I remember they were speaking about that was there. That's his original birth certificate and all this blah, 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 blah. You know what I'm saying? No. When was Obama born?
61.
Now, exactly. I mean, people do your research. I'm just saying they didn't call us melanated people back then, no African Americans. Not in the '60s. You know what I'm saying? It was Negro. It was on my dad's, you know what I'm saying, birth certificate. Negro. I mean, we've been talking about this for years, though. You know.
And the
Go
thing
ahead.
about it, they only use the word Negro just to throw us off, to really call us black at the same goddamn time. Because when you go to in Spanish, Negro means black. Dark.
Nothing. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they use that as psychological warfare, the way I see it. Yeah, that was just psychological warfare.
Man.
I mean, why didn't you just call me black? Because the Spanish people gonna say Negro, but hell, it means black in English. But you gonna call me a Negro in Spanish to label me a Negro in Spanish in America, when in Spanish it's referring to me as black in English in America. That's psychological warfare to me.
Yeah. I mean, we all knew that Obama wasn't us. I'm sorry. When he come in, I knew he wasn't us. You see what I'm saying? You know, I mean, he didn't go through the experiences that we went through. You know what I mean? You know, you could tell that. You know, so on back with his birth certificate, and we got a lot more. We're gonna go down. We're gonna go down the list, and we're gonna just be patient with us, because this is a 2 hour. You know what I'm saying? 2 hour special. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna give you, because we're gonna be talking about not just Obama. We're gonna be talking about Adam Schiff. We're gonna talk about Nancy Pelosi. And so on and so on. You know what I'm saying? How, you know what I'm saying, what Dickie really wanted to touch on deeply in this 2 hour live, because I mean, you see the veil is lifted, and you see, the house is falling. You know, Trump is right now, Trump showing that he's cleaning up right now. You know what's going on in Washington D.C. See, it's the thing. We've been talking about Washington D.C. for so long. You know what I mean? Why is the information that's not coming out on Washington D.C.? Ain't it coming out now?
Now here's
I'm
the
just
thing
saying,
about Washington D.C. It's a whole lot of stuff ain't been coming out in Washington D.C. Cause see, I know for one that they've been blocking tweets and everything else and posts in real time in Washington D.C. because that old place was boarded up, put up for sale, and so there's just, I forget how many damn the population of DC, but they're way up in the 100,000s, way up in the 100,000. But anyway, I'm trying to
somebody
figure
put that in
out.
the chat.
I'm trying to figure out why ain't nobody putting out no tweets out of DC talking about especially in the last few years, that the damn place was boarded up and shut down, and ain't nothing been going on over there in a couple 2 or 3 years. All this shit we see on the news and all this shit, it's just a damn illusion. And it's actually what we seeing now is finally they telling us in real time about what really they done in the past. That's about what they really doing. It's telling us what they doing in real time now, what they done in the past. Now I don't know how that shit makes sense.
I'm just saying that the news, the mainstream media is spinning this stuff, saying like Donald Trump is playing a dictator. You know, he just going in on Washington D.C. But then you hear the locals speak. The locals speak. They very happy that Donald Trump is doing this, because they've been talking about the crime rate. You know what I mean? And and we was telling you about the numbers. They show the numbers and the graphs and shit on the mainstream media news and shit. You cannot go by that shit, because they be lying. They be twisting stuff. You know what I mean? So I've been staying calm about that, because I figure people will start seeing, because people been waking it up all over this motherfucker, and I'm so happy about that. And when I came in as my awakening, over 20 years ago, and really was getting these messages and stuff, and really, really started tuning in and understanding and getting these messages saying that, everybody going to start waking up at a certain time. You know what I'm saying? It's like everybody, certain ones just started, I don't know what it is, a download just hit, and then everybody just started, really start researching, So, but it's been right on. The information been right on ever since, when we was starting to decode all this stuff. So, and getting these messages in, and then researching. I mean, shit. We researching, ton of shit. Down to the Illuminati, down to these extraterrestrials. You know what I'm saying? So
it's kind of like what I heard somebody say. It's trying to unravel the mystery of the ages because all this shit got to add up.
Yeah.
Cause see,
And then it's including about events. Certain events got to happen. Certain events got to happen before, certain things got to, start changing. As we was talking about the Great Awakening, that's what we having right now. It's a Great Awakening because people start realizing and really, seeing that they would been told a lie. They've been told lies all their life. You know what I mean? So, and then the trauma. People been living with so much trauma and shit, and demonic rituals and hearing about Hollywood and what I mean, all this stuff is really now it's bringing people awakening now. They seeing this shit right in public, and
I think
they're
I
not
had a
hiding
past
themselves.
life trauma event today. Yeah, I think I had a past life trauma event today. I cried like a baby. Girl, I seen a girl on TikTok. She was rapping this damn song, and it was so much truth in it, and it hit my soul so damn deep. I couldn't do nothing but fucking cry. I was sitting on the front porch trying to sit in the sun. On shade one, anyway, I was sitting on the front porch. Old lady come out there, she started smoking the damn joint. I was already crying like a baby. I was sitting out there crying my motherfucking eyes out. But I had that song playing. I couldn't stop listening to that song though. That was the problem. If I could stop listening to that song, bro, I would stop crying. But I couldn't stop listening to that song because it was reaching something deep in my damn soul. And finally she said, "Damn, baby, what's wrong with you?" I just shook my head because I couldn't say nothing. And finally she said, "Come on now, what's wrong with you?" I said, "Look, it's something that went on in one of my past lives." I said, "It ain't in this one." And I knew it was a past life trauma because I wanted my people to be motherfucking free.
Right. That's why I said this. If people
Yeah.
start hearing this word shadow work, you know what I mean, and you got these traumas. I mean, childhood traumas. I mean, and you done moved past that, but it's still stuck on you. You still, you still reminisce on it. You still, I mean, a lot of people figure they can self-medicate themselves, and like we done had discussion about that too, about the drugs and then the trauma. You know what I mean? And they trying to push so much narrative about it's so much it's the drugs, it's the alcohol. But a lot of people, what I'm saying, like I said, they self medicate. They go to the store and get that bottle. You know what I'm saying? Because that bottle make them forget. Or just not forget, but just to change their whole perception for that moment. You know what I mean?
If weed did that to me, I'd probably quit smoking. But shit, I keep smoking weed and I just keep looking for some motherfucking information and some downloads.
That's what we did. It kept, it keeps you focused. You know what I mean? Well, they know what the weed do. They know the weed breaks down the mind control. They know that shit. You know what I mean?
That shit.
We done talked about this so long. So much. Like I said, I know some people like show receipts. I don't show receipts no more. You know what I'm saying? The same information how I had to go pick up and research, you got to do it too. You know what I mean? It's as simple as that. You know what I mean? Because you have to know. You have to get your clear understanding about all this. You know what I mean? So you can get, so you can get with the others and we can change this shit. You know what I'm saying? You know, we are shifting right now. You know what I mean? People don't understand our DNA is changing. We done talked about all this shit. You know what I mean? I don't know if it was a spell on Geminis or something, you know, because, you know, us Geminis, you know what I'm saying, we always had a loud mouth and we always, you know, stayed, you know what I mean, stayed in tune with shit. You know what I mean? And I know, you know what I'm saying, we dangerous to the system. You know what I'm saying? I know that for a fact. You know what I mean? But I don't know if it was a spell at the moment, you know what I mean, for a while, you know, because
Well,
people
you
seem
know,
like
it's
they
supposed to
weren't
be an
hearing us.
800-year Gemini spell on Geminis or something. Had an 800-year spell. And you had to do a ritual to get it off your ass.
Well, that's what I heard too. That's what I heard too. But I heard it's up now. You know what I'm saying? You know, I'm you know, and I'm thinking people gonna hear us loud and clear now. You know what I'm saying? Instead of looking at, oh, these motherfuckers crazy. These motherfuckers don't know what they talking about. They ain't even nowhere around that shit. You know what I'm saying? But by being spiritual, by being led by your ancestors, you know what I'm saying? The ancestors is here, y'all. Man, the ancestors still been roaming around. You know what I mean? Now, a lot of people now believe it now because they having their experiences. You know what I mean? So, but we don't want to go back because we want to talk about this Obama thing. You know what I'm saying? You know, Obama Russia collusion shit. You know what I mean? We knew something was. We knew this was deeper than, you know, the rabbit hole. So, what do you think? You know, how this gonna turn out with Donald Trump? You know, because I've been bleeding for arrest though. You know what I mean? Even though we know more that we saying now that about cloning and all this shit. I mean, what did you think about this? What, you know, Donald Trump, is he gonna go all the way in?
Donald Trump don't have no choice but to go all the way in. That's what his job is. Even the military made sure of that. That's why they put his ass in there. That's why they made sure that the election wasn't going to be stolen this time around. They let it be stolen last time around because there was some it was some pockets of the, I guess you said the devil seed or his followers and his cronies. They had to clean up some loose ends. So they had to let the Dog and Pony Show go on an extra 4 years to clean up some loose ends. Cause see, you gotta start at the top. When you're taking out the devil, you gotta start at the top. Then come down the ladder to get all his shit. You just can't come down here and get all the ones at the. Cause he got so many at the bottom, it's ridiculous.
Because we know Donald Trump ain't gonna be perfect. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody gonna be perfect trying to, you know what I'm saying, you know, get this shit exposed. And, you know, we know this. You know what I mean? But now you see he going in hard on his enemies now. You know what I mean? I'm seeing it. You know what I mean? I told you I follow a person's, you know, actions. You know.
But here's the thing about the exposed. It's just that you can tell the devil's media. Because the devil's media has been lying to you and feeding you false information, twisting shit around for decades. I mean, that was an actual damn contract that CBS signed with the damn Pentagon and the government that they would not report anything they didn't want them to report. Now, I got a video of George Bush on YouTube. I'm still surprised it's still up there. Well, he admits to fake news. Well, they get these damn news stories that the Pentagon want the damn news to carry, and the CIA, and they just feed them to the news organization. That's what they tell.
Yeah,
Ain't gotta be no truth in it.
I'm
It
glad you
ain't gotta
spoke.
be happening.
I'm glad you spoke on, you know what I'm saying, George Bush. You know what I'm saying? Because do everybody remember 9/11? I know everybody remember 9/11. I'm just asking. Do y'all remember 9/11? You remember 9/11? That?
Oh yeah, I remember that.
All right. Okay.
Too
What?
clear.
Okay. What? That happened? What? 2001, right?
Yeah, it's happened in 2001, and on the same day that it happened, I was driving truck. I was driving truck then, and I was unloading a damn load up there in Goodlettsville, Tennessee, and they were showing all this shit on news. And you know, my old cuz, my bro Blue, you know Blue.
Yeah.
Now Blue called me. He said, "Dick, you see that shit on news?" 'Cause I forgot what he said he was, 'cause he was watching on TV too, unloading somewhere. And I said, "Yeah." I said, "But cuz, I don't know what the fuck they just showed us." I said, "But all I can tell you is planes don't melt in the buildings, and planes can't fly through buildings, and the nose come out intact on the other side." I said, "That's all I know." I said, "But that's what they showed us on TV." I said, "But that shit wasn't real, because the nose cannot come out intact on the other side."
Okay. 9/11 happened under George Bush, right? Okay,
That's
what
right.
happened in what happened in 2005?
Him and Katrina. They did Katrina.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Okay,
they
you know,
did Katrina.
you
With they
got you.
weaponized weather shit.
And you know they talked about now. I was just online earlier, and they was talking about the levee was blowed. The levee was blowed, and that water just come out. I mean, you have people coming. I mean, people that was there, people that was that made it out. You know, come to Capitol Hill speaking about it. I mean, it was what 2-3 women coming talking about it, and they were saying that the levees was blowed. You know what I mean? And
Hey, I think they opened up the dam in Chattanooga the other week. When
you can't doubt this. You can't doubt
cause
it.
they said it was what was it, 6 inches of rain fell in
Yeah,
4 or 5 hours.
yeah. Well, we finding out a lot of water is coming up from out of out of the ground, out of nowhere. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you seen it too. That fresh water coming up out of the ground. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
But
This the stuff we would been hearing about for years. All the earthly changes, and
But
that.
here's what I want to say about Chattanooga. I don't mean to cut you off, but let me say this about
Go
Chattanooga.
ahead. Go ahead.
I used to go through there every day for about 13 damn years in a row. Every freaking day, twice a freaking day. Now, when I got gun ho, I might do it twice in a day. 2 times down and 2 times back up. But that only happened on a rare occasion. But anyway, for that water to get that high, cause I remember that time when they opened the dam to let some water out years ago when when this rain came. Cause you could go down some of the back roads, they were fucking flooded too. And they said they was gonna open the dam and the water was gonna get over 24. Well, it did get over 24. But where I seen that water up that damn high, now I've seen it up high in Chattanooga, and I seen it not over the interstate down there. Well, I mean they got over the interstate, but not that high. When I'm talking about down there in the bottom, right before you get to 75, I seen water over the wheels of a tractor trailer. I seen water damn near up to the tractor trailer's damn door, halfway up the door in one of them videos. And I said to myself, how did that water get that high that fast? I mean, god damn. Y'all got a river right there. That water, I mean, that river hold a whole lot of damn water. It almost, to me, it's like somebody opened a dam from somewhere else. Because that water got too damn high, way too fast.
I remember we were talking about that just the other day, and like you said, you cannot doubt anything nowadays. You know what I mean? You cannot doubt anything. Only thing you have to do is
I mean, I've seen
keep
some
doing
good
your
ass
research.
flood. I
Yeah,
went through Chattanooga in 2010
yeah.
when the water got that high. And I remember the water being high that damn time. But it still wasn't nothing like Like I
like
seen
that,
in that
like
video.
that with that truck. You know what I mean? Because I seen the
It wasn't
thumbnail.
nothing. I mean, I seen some shit in that damn video. I said, like, where the hell did all this water come from? Cause I've seen Chattanooga flooded, but I ain't never seen it flooded like that.
Well, these last 2 years, you know what I mean. That's what we've been hearing about out there in the east. You know what I'm saying? Up in Chattanooga and all that area. You know what I mean? So I'm just saying, I mean, we don't doubt they cause these catastrophes. You know what I mean?
Well, we know they
going.
damn blew the
Yeah,
damn levee in Katrina
yeah,
because the Army Corps of
yeah,
Engineers went down there and seen said, well, yeah, it got
yeah.
bomb blast on the levee.
Yeah, yeah. See,
Mm-hmm.
that's what I'm saying. And George Bush, he knew it. He knew it. He made sure he stayed somewhere that made him look like he was doing something constructive. But
Now
he knew it. Come on
yeah,
now.
he knew it, but here's the thing
Yeah.
about it. He act
I
like
mean,
he
you
didn't know
got
nothing about it.
you got
They
two
probably
events.
got 22 TVs in the fucking White House.
Yeah.
I mean, for every news station that's on that they got a TV for it. Now, even the ones that some of that independent news, they got a TV for that too. Cause it ain't like they wasn't watching Alex Jones up there too talking shit.
Yeah, good you talk
Come
about
on
him
now.
too. It's good to talk
Yeah,
about him
it
too.
wasn't like they
It's
wasn't
good to talk
watching him.
about him too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because the Obama administration, you know what I'm saying? They was going after him and Roger Stone. You know what I mean?
What
And
did Hillary say about
yeah,
Alex Jones?
yeah,
He's exposing too much information.
Mason, yeah, yeah. I would still remember she said we losing the information war. You know what I mean?
That's
It's like she
exactly
was
what she said.
she was freaking the fuck out. You know what I
She
mean?
said
Because
we
they know
losing this
people was waking
information
it
war.
up. Yeah,
That's
they knew
exactly
people.
what she
Yeah.
said.
Yeah, and then that's what they started trying to censor, what I'm saying, YouTube, and then, censor people like us, what I'm saying, make sure the content don't flow, you know what I mean? Because, you don't have to be within just to know what's going on, you know what I mean? I told you, you don't have to be there, you know what I mean? Because that's why, you have your spiritual team there, you know what I'm saying? You ask for what, you want to know. It's just common sense, man, But, you got some non-believers, you got, what I'm saying, believers, you know what I mean? So it's just what it is. But I'm gonna put it like this, you know, we made vow that we were gonna keep, pushing the message and keep on exposing this shit, you know what I mean? And not giving a damn what anyone think about, what I'm saying, us, you know what I mean? Because, you can see, what you see, we don't, we not
They
here
don't
to,
realize. They don't realize it ain't about us. It's about us waking your ass up. It ain't never been about
Oh
us. It's
man, I
about
mean,
us waking your
but
ass up.
I would hear about this information, spreading awareness and spreading what's going on is love. That's what was told to me. It was love. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to give nobody no string, a bunch of money or buy them no car to show you that you love them. You know what I mean? Just information like this is what people just go over their head, or they just didn't know, this stuff was going on, and you just, you're waking it up to them. I mean, and you giving it to them. That's showing them, you love them, you care about them because of their well being, because they after us. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
They
they
after
after
all
us.
of us. Yeah, you know what I mean? And
Mm-hmm.
we've been speaking on this for so damn long. And I'm so happy now we get to a point that now all this shit is coming out. You know what I mean? Now when it comes out to Obama and Adam Schiff, you know what I'm saying, had something to do with the Russia collusion. You know what I mean? Come on now, you know what I mean? They gave Trump hell for them years. You know what I mean? Trying to lock him up.
They've
He
been
didn't do.
after us for over 500 damn years.
Yeah,
But they've been
yeah,
after every damn body for the last damn 30 or 40.
yeah, yeah. That's what we were
Especially
speaking
over
of.
here. Cause see, we the only country on the planet that eats contaminated and toxic ass food. A lot of countries don't allow the food. If they import food from America, they do not allow that producer or manufacturer to put the same shit in the shit that they sell us in theirs. Cause it's done been exposed, even about the cereal. They put glyphosate and all kinds of shit in the cereal over here. They can't put glyphosate, the same cereal, and then ship it over there. They won't accept it.
Oh, because
It's
they
just
know
like
that shit is
even
poison.
in
They know.
Mexico.
They
Yeah,
know that shit is poison to them. Yeah.
yeah.
So they ain't gonna just bow down to it because America's eating the shit. You know what I mean? That's what I mean. Come on now. I mean, come
Yeah, I
on.
made a bunch of damn juice today. Pineapple. Today I went pineapple, mangoes, grapes, oranges, and cilantro and dandelions. Yeah, that's a hell of a damn mixture.
Yeah. Well, yeah, folks.
But
Yeah.
hey, it's so damn good. It's just like that other juice I keep making. I need to market this shit and sell it. Goddamn it, that shit's so goddamn good.
Oh man. Man. Nancy Pelosi, man. Nancy Pelosi. You know, did Nancy Pelosi. I don't know. I remember that this information came out that about J6ers. The J6ers and Nancy Pelosi had something to do with the setup with the J6ers. And you know, they got that lawsuit going. They got that lawsuit, and they ought to have that lawsuit going. You know what I mean? Because they, this shit, that just when I seen that and when I heard they was, they arrested them. You know what I mean? That really, turned my stomach. But this really turned my stomach. What happened in Cincinnati? You know what I mean? And you know, and these Russians came down here, and I feel this was a setup. This was a setup because nobody can be that damn stupid. I'm just saying. This is me. You know what I'm saying? You can't be that damn stupid. And they don't. The media spun it. They trying to make it seem like, well, that was just a massive beat down, and these people need to be incarcerated and stuff like this. But they never tune in what started it. You know what I mean? The beginning, like they always do. They leave out the beginning, and now people went on TikTok. TikTok showing everything, and TikTok people saying that this Russian guy. He the one causes this, not just the guy. You know what I'm saying? Everybody in his camp. Now, this is what I want to think about. How many people, not just the man he smacked, how many people they was really, saying racial slurs to out there. You know what I mean? Because us, you know what I mean? And
Well, here's the thing
I'm
about it.
thinking
Why were
got
them
that.
Russians over here doing that crazy shit anyway?
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Who
I'm
put
thinking it
them
was
up?
all
Who
set up
put
for.
them up to doing it? That's the question.
Because we always talked about they was trying to create a race war. You know what I mean? So I mean,
So I
this is
guess
how
they
this.
seen that the American whites wasn't doing it fast enough, so they thought they used some Russians in place of them. Is that what the deal was?
Hey, they. I mean, it could be. I'm just saying. I mean, it's just how it's how it was spun, and then later on the truth really comes out. You know, and people's not buying the news no more. You know what I mean? They seeing that I mean, you have the vice president spoke on it, and then even just checked it out. Just waited a little bit to see what came out of this. You know what I mean? He came on it and said the same fucking thing. With the news team was saying, oh, this was travesty. This was this was this couldn't happen. This cannot happen on our streets and all this bullshit. But you didn't wait until other information started to come out. You know what I mean? Just to see, if this was the whole truth. Because now you have to do that with this mainstream media. You can't just be taking it like, oh yeah, this is it, and then and not, waiting on anything else to, come out of this, And I talked about that in a video, But now I told you they're gonna try to charge them 6 for that beatdown. And I'm saying they need to walk, because if not, it's gonna be some problems. And then, I mean, it's gonna be some problems. Not on the melanated side. Now you got all race and creed seen what happened, and they know the truth now. So I'm just saying they better get that right. What you think? You see there? Did we lose Dickie? We lost Dickie, didn't we? Yeah, I think we did. Because he's muted over there. I don't know if he know he muted it, but he's muted over there. But
Yeah, what's up? I had to
okay.
do something right quick, you know.
Oh my bad. I could have, you should have told me, guy. I could have kept going. You know what I mean? So I mean, what you think? Well, I mean, what you think about these people being charged with that massive beatdown in Cincinnati? Because they don't. I mean, the Russians ain't. They don't have the Russians here. The Russians gone. They already back in they country.
I think they should drop the damn case. Is what I think. They should throw it the fuck out. Because evidently somebody in Ohio is... Well, here's the thing about it. They probably using this to keep the heat off their ass, because the Ohio Child Protective Services is in deep shit anyway. Because they've been doing a lot of child trafficking. Because, see, they make news, the military news, just about every day, talking about some bitches up in Ohio and what they doing to some of them kids. And some of them kids done come up missing and everything. Yeah, they probably using this to keep the heat off their ass, because they in deep shit. The military's on their ass. Mm-hmm.
Look, we know we've been hearing about a lot of indictments finna roll out. You know what I'm saying? We've been hearing about that. You know, and I do believe that it's a lot of indictments fixing to roll out. And like I said, Obama's one of them. Hillary Clinton, all them 250,000 names that we was hearing about in 2017. And I know it's been added more names to that list. I've been hearing all these motherfuckers gonna go be indicted. You know what I mean? So if Trump is like I said earlier in that video, if Trump's finna clean house, if Trump is finna crumble the house of cards, is he really finna to arrest these folks? Because I mean, if he do it, I'm telling you, it's gonna be a lot of pressure off of us. You see what I'm saying?
Well,
And that's really
it's time for him to go ahead and tell it in real time, the way he did it in past time, if that makes any sense.
Okay.
Yeah, it's time for him to unload that shit in real time. Cause see, most of us know that shit is past time. It's already been done with. But he need to go ahead and unload that shit in real time to get these damn people up to speed. Because TikTok blowing their goddamn mind.
Yeah, TikTok hurt the hell out of them, boy. I mean, I know they've been
blowing their mind.
Man, TikTok is on fire right now. You know what I mean? And I'm glad about that. That's a good thing. People, you know what I'm saying? That's a good thing.
And I'm real proud of a lot of them TikTokers digging up the indigenous Indian American information, because see, they hid a lot of that shit, and now you can find a lot of it.
Well, it's the important thing now. We have to go back and find out where we really, who we belong to. Where, if you from a tribe, if you from, Cherokee, you from, other tribes out here. You know what I'm saying? You want to know, you know what I'm saying, your lineage. You want to know who's your ancestors. You know what I mean? So, if you black-footed, you know what I mean? Yeah, I mean, if you want to know, you know what I mean? Because I mean, all the lies they done told and all this, the blood they spilled, our ancestors, they, you know what I'm saying, they want retribution. They want it. And they want it, bro. You know what I mean? And you can feel it right now. You can feel it. You can feel the spirit world that is working right now. It's so many people that is speaking about, like I always was talking about, they paranormal, what I mean, entities and shit is falling in their houses and homes and shit, you know what I mean? And like I said, the veil is lifted, so it's all about preparing yourself, and really, getting right with the Most High, and we talked about this so much on our podcast shows, and we told you that your shadow work is important, to get all that old, that old trauma off of you, and give that to the Most High, you know what I mean? You gotta, you have to start somewhere, and first thing you need to start is forgive the ones who did what to you, or whatever your trauma is, and give that to the Most High. You know what I mean? That's what I had to do. I'm just saying. That's what I had to do. And and try to really live a righteous life. You know what I mean? I know it's hard. It's hard to it's hard to do it by why I'm saying it, but it's people got situations, and we don't know how deep and how far people trauma go, because I've been seeing a lot of people now, you seeing these Baltimore, you seeing Philadelphia, man, these people on these drugs and shit. I mean, it's been bringing the cities down, and I was watching something with Baltimore. Baltimore is a shithole, really, it's a shithole. And when people want to say, "Oh, that's harsh to say," but no, look at it. Baltimore is a shithole. They got needles and shit everywhere. You know what I'm saying? On their streets and their alleys, and people laid out, stressed out, laid out. If they ain't dead, they shit. You would think they dead. You know what I mean?
You would
because
think
of the drugs.
you would think, cause see, Baltimore, like Baltimore, New York, Chicago, Atlanta, Houston, them big ass cities, they mostly dark skinned. They mostly melanated people. It's just like DC. It was 80% dark skinned. Atlanta, 80% dark skinned. Chicago, 80% dark. How do that damn Caucasian people win elections if the shit wasn't rigged?
Right. I get what you're saying.
Yeah, it ain't just presidential elections to get rigged. All of them fucking rigged. Okay, I'll give you an example over here in Nashville. Or down there in Nashville. That mayor.
Yeah, I know
He's
you're talking
trying to turn Nashville into a sanctuary city. And he don't like ICE being there. And he's from Chicago, they say. Now I'm trying to figure out, how do a motherfucker from Chicago come down here and stay a small time, and then they become
and be mayor. And be mayor. Yeah, I know you're talking about.
And came from a place where it's been known to be a sanctuary city. Makes that shit
he getting a lot of flack right now. He getting a lot of flack right now. People really, exposing him too as well. You know what I mean? And this is what the people voted for. They voted, for, the ICE team. Voted for deportation. They voted for this shit. You know what I'm saying? I know motherfuckers in Washington, DC. You know what I mean? But like I said, now we finally hearing, the DC natives speak about what was going on in DC, because
here's
DC
what they probably done.
They comparing, DC as Gotham City right now. You know what I'm saying?
DC used to be murder capital number one at one point in time. DC made murder capital, but hey, Music City made Murder Capital #1
I remember that.
one year.
I remember that. I remember that. I spoke about that. Yeah.
Yeah, right there at home made Murder Capital #1. It's like, God damn, niggas killing each other like, damn, we kill flies.
Well, yeah, but who is pulling out the statistics up there in Washington? You know what I mean? They saying crime rate is going down and shit like that, but like they said, the natives saying they ain't arresting nobody, they ain't taking nobody in, they ain't really stopping anything. You know what I mean? So they go by the statistics of that. How many people they bring in custody and all this
Well,
shit. You know what I mean?
They don't never report no news or no crime out of DC.
Yeah, that's what the whole thing we was talking about. Is what is going on in DC, because we're not
They don't
hearing
never report
nothing.
no crime.
Yeah.
I ain't seen them say nothing about no crime in DC since Trump took the motherfucking office the first time. They used to wear Marion Barry's ass out.
yeah. And he was something awful, boy.
Yeah, they used to wear his ass out.
Oh man, that man was smoking crack.
You don't hear nothing
Right on. He was
about no
smoking
crime
crack
in DC.
Yeah.
It's because either they covering it up, but like I said, they ain't letting no real tweets and posts in real time come out of DC. They ain't done that in years.
So it must have got real bad to Donald Trump just said, fuck it, we're gonna put the military. Everybody know this is martial law. Yeah, they always had martial law in effect ever since Obama. So what people don't know this, this is old. You know what I'm saying? We've been in martial law for a while.
But here's the way I'm gonna
So,
look at
go
my Trump putting the damn National Guard out up in damn DC is because to dismount the police. Cause see, that's why they hijacked the country and moved the capital to. So, and when he declared that a crime scene years ago, and it's been boarded up, put on damn Zillow for sale and all kinds of shit. And so now he got to go dismantle, cause see, they had their own judges. They had their own goddamn laws just for that district. It didn't apply for the rest of the country. Cause see, remember, they made marijuana legal first in DC.
Yeah.
See, they had their own laws just for that little damn diamond up there. Anything outside the diamond, it didn't count. Y'all was under something else. We enemies of the state because under the Act of 1917, Trading with the Enemies Act, made all people outside that little diamond, when you break it down in layman's term, and with all that mumbo jumbo, it made all people outside that damn diamond an enemy of the state, in which they considered themselves the enemy of the state, was the corporation. So Trump killed the goddamn corporation, and since that damn police department was up under the corporation, and all the rest of these goddamn police departments are under that corporation and came about up under that corporation, like these damn state troopers, they all need to be dismantled because Mark Christopher done said he done told Trump to open up the FEMA camps and put these some bitches in them because they're a menace to society. These cops and these damn state troopers and lawyers and judges, put them all in the FEMA camps because they're a menace to society now.
Oh yeah, that's how they look at us. Yeah, that's how they look at us, man. We are a menace to society. You know why they look at us as a menace to society? Because when we start waking up and start realizing who been pulling the strings all the time.
No, we're not a menace to society. They are.
We know that. Yeah, we know that.
Yeah,
I'm just saying they was calling us like we was the menace to society. We was the one.
Flipped the script. They flipped everything.
Yeah. So and now people seeing the truth now. You know what I mean? It's a lot of people been leaving the Democratic plantation. Well, you should have been leaving all that shit. The Democratic, Republican, all that shit. You know what I mean? Because to me, they all under the same umbrella. I'm just saying. Now you have Donald Trump come in. He's neither a politician. He just, you know what I'm saying, a businessman and on real estate. You know what I mean? It took a person, a politician, get in there and get some shit going, and get some shit. Like dude said from in Washington, he was like he didn't see since Trump got in. Now he said he's seen these people now. These people now they working now. You know what I'm saying? You just got to put some fire under these people. These people now they back to work now. He said before then, these motherfuckers. He said you couldn't get nothing out of their ass. You know what I mean? And I do believe it. You know what I'm saying? And we was telling you, we was speaking on these podcast shows. We had, we was on Spotify. We was telling, look, we don't need this. We don't need Joe Biden in. We don't need Hillary Clinton in. We don't need this because they really trying to destroy this country. And what happened? They in 2020.
They all freaking Nazis. That's what a lot of people don't understand. They all freaking Nazis. They came over after World War II and infiltrated the damn government, created the military industrial complex, and they did a lot of shit behind the scenes. Time Eisenhower knew any damn thing. Hell, shit, they was in full swing. They even brought the extraterrestrial with them. Because there's a picture somewhere where Eisenhower talking to a big damn 10-foot tall extraterrestrial.
Tell again.
There's a picture somewhere.
Man, you telling the truth because this was all this stuff was coming out about the Montauk Project. You know what I mean? And who was they mad scientists? Hitler mad scientists at that time back then. Dr. Mengele. You know what I mean? They brought him over here.
Operation Mockingbird.
Yeah.
I think it came out in the late 40s, 50s. That's what they agreed to. Mainstream media agreed to tell them whatever the government wanted them to know. Tell the public whatever the fuck they wanted them to know. That's why they call it the Mockingbird media. Because
exactly.
it's just a shit show. And it's always been a shit show. I mean, they'll tell you a little truth every once in a while, but most of it was propaganda. And just like the Vietnam War, it was something about the Vietnam War that the mainstream media told us it was a goddamn lie. The reason why we went to war. That ain't the reason why we went to war. Shit. They went over there to fuck with them damn aliens. That's what they did.
Now I'm gonna ask the people. Do y'all need some receipts? All you gotta do the research. Yeah, I mean this shit adds up. It adds up at the end, And like I told you, I don't show receipts. I just redirect you to the receipts, and they go to Telegram on We Are VishusTv. Go check it out, because we got over 10,000 fucking memes, pictures, all type of shit. You know what I'm saying? And videos. We almost at 10,000 videos that have been uploaded on our Telegram channel. And it's a lot of stuff goes into with the mainstream media, the Illuminati, the extraterrestrials, you know what I'm saying? So on and so on and so on. You know what I mean? Like I said, I stopped showing receipts because I started seeing that people didn't go back and, do their due diligence and looking this shit up, and they still want to, look at the mainstream
some
media.
people like this. They heard you and they seen it, but it ain't come across the right wire, the informational wire that they so accustomed to. So they like on the fence. Well, I don't know, cause mainstream news ain't said nothing about it. They still waiting on the right line of information across the wire. Said I ain't waiting on them to tell me shit.
All right. So you gonna believe you gonna not believe
that's what they supposed to be doing.
You not
waiting
gonna
on
believe
them to tell you shit.
You ain't gonna believe your own intelligence to the media. You seeing a lot of this shit happen, and you hearing a lot of shit is happening, and you just gonna go off. You gonna go off their information and not your intelligence. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
That's called
I know
go
what I
along with
see.
the motherfucking get along in my book. You going along with the
Yeah.
get along.
Yeah.
You like them damn 5 civilized tribes that fucked all the rest of us. Yeah.
See, they really hate that information that coming out on the indigenous people.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? They really hate it. You know what I mean? But like you said, the truth stands alone. The truth the truth don't need to no back.
And while I'm on that subject, I'm gonna go ahead and say this, cause I can remember doing a little research that time it was all said and done, there was 7 different countries attacking our ass at one damn time. Now, the Spanish, the motherfuckers in Mexico, they speak Spanish, don't they?
Mm-hmm.
The French, the Europeans, some motherfuckers out of Asia.
Britain.
The Mongolians are here. They trying to take our place. Them the ones they put in our place on trail, swapped us out on Trail of Tears. Them goddamn Mongolians. We got all these people was attacking us and trying to take our place and trying to write us off. Now, in my opinion, the same damn people are doing the same damn thing, and now they mad cause we done woke up to realize who the fuck we is and where we belong, and they don't realize they not finna get a slice of this pie. And now they want us to go along and stay up under this damn bullshit, democracy, constitutional bullshit, and not reclaim our birthright. And I done been listening to a lot of people on TikTok talk about it.
That's the whole point. That's the whole point, trying to keep us from our birthright.
And I can't understand why they want. Well, I can understand that. I mean, I can figure it out, but why you don't want us to claim our birthright? Why you here anyway? Was you part of the plan to make us forget our birthright? Be like, hey, let's not have to go back to the convenience store thing. They let all the foreigners get the convenience stores. I tell people this shit when I run into them sometimes that don't look like me. I said, I can remember when y'all had them damn stores back in the day, and we used to sit around and say, yeah, we'll get them stores when they get through with them. But no, y'all didn't let us have them damn stores. Y'all gave them to the damn foreigner. And I can't say that the individual themselves had anything to do with it. It's that the system made it easy for them to get them while you got fucked out of them.
Yeah.
And you paid their damn way.
Well, they know if we start gaining, we gonna start getting back in control. They know that. That's why they had to keep that away from us. Because like I said, they if they give us a little piece, you know how we run a mile. So, I mean, they knew.
Don't know. Can't nobody run like us, no way.
Yeah. But they know who the indigenous are. You know what I mean? Like we were speaking about years ago, and they about the declassifications and your last name too. They know what tribes you from. They know what I'm saying, your background. They know your ancestry. You know what I'm saying, by your last name.
They supposed to have a place over there in Kansas, and I think it's on the fucking ground too. It's got all the information about all us indigenous motherfuckers in it. About the ancient tribes and all. It's supposed to have all this information in it.
All the pyramids they've been finding over here. You know what I mean? Everything. You know what I mean? You know, we got one of the oldest pyramids over here in America. Come
And
on now.
wait till people realize the Smithsonian Institute is a damn lie, and they've been hiding all the damn information, lying, saying it came from over there when they actually took it from here and then took it over there. It's just like some of those TikTok videos say, or Instagram. Why they knock the nose off all these damn statues, or ancient statues? Why they knock the nose off?
You know. We got big noses. We know.
Why they knock the nose off? I mean, it's just little shit like that, man, that keeps adding up. I mean, people need to be paying attention to.
Well, we already know
that makes the story add up to make you click.
Well, you know, I'm just saying that, you know, all the pyramids they find, and you know, in Mexico, the biggest pyramid is in Mexico. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it's a, you know, and now we knowing that, you know, that you know, our history most was built in over here in America. You know what I mean? Now everybody know Memphis now is have a pyramid in Memphis. People know finding out the information about Memphis. You know, so I mean, just do your due diligence. I'm just saying, because you know they want to wipe us out, wipe our history off. You know, from America. You know, and trying to make it look like you know we was brought over here. You know, on motherfucking on sailboats and boats and knowing no damn well you know that current wasn't flowing just like that. You know, it's a lot of stuff that shows that you know they was lying about bringing out over, you know, well, I was hearing at first they were saying what 500 million or some shit was transported over here on these damn boats. And then now at 2025, now they that number go down drastically. You know what I mean? You know, if something was was the truth, if something was was real, you know, it justifies itself. You know what I mean?
I really done forgot the number they quoted about how many they actually brought. But
it was in the hundreds of millions. They said at
if
first.
they brought 500 million that was over here, what y'all do? What they do? Bring us over here just to damn kill us all? Take target practice at our ass or something? if the population doesn't drastically reduce, what y'all do? Just bring us over here just to make target practice out of?
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Well, they did, some of us.
I want to say a lot of this stuff now coming out, and it's all linked together. It's all linked together. We was talking about this. Everything connects. You know what I mean? The only thing you got to do is go do your research and follow it up, and you'll see all the connections. You know what I mean? You know, you don't need me or Dickie or anybody else to tell you.
I ain't got time to do no damn research, man. I'm grown. I'm 56 damn years old. I ain't got time to do that. But God damn it, I did it. I can't get enough of it. Shit, I need my downloads. I need information. I need to know all I can know. And I don't know why every being on the planet don't want to feel like that. Know all they can know. That's like I keep saying about these kids. The first thing they need to know when from birth is the things that they need to put in their mouth to keep their little ass pure, plain, and purified, healthy. It doesn't matter if they smoke a little weed when they grow up. They still know the things to keep their ass purified and healthy. They need to. That's some of the first things they need to. Because they're going to read, write, learn to talk, screw, fucking all that other shit in the goddamn way.
Well, yeah, that's what I've been trying to tell.
The important things first.
Yes, that's what I've been trying to tell our people for the longest. Quit lying to your children. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna tell you this, and I'm not gonna sound like no hypocrite trying to tell you something that I'm not doing. You know what I mean? Man, my kids are grown now, and they can. I bring them on. I can bring them on live, and
stop lying about the tooth fairy. Stop lying about Easter.
Right.
Stop lying about Christmas. Stop lying about Thanksgiving. That shit, that's just not ours.
Yeah, see, I always have a problem with with people trying to hide something from their children. Ain't your child your child a part of you? You know what I'm saying? Who gonna protect you if no one else would? You see what I'm saying?
Now I'm like this. How Yeah, who gonna protect you if you don't? Cause they like say you have to have a community of protectors.
Yeah, that's right too. Yeah.
Now you need a community of protectors. Everybody watching
Yeah.
out for every damn body.
Yeah.
That's
Exactly.
called, in my opinion, that's called one love.
Yeah, well, some people want to say that's humanity. You know what I'm saying? That's humane. You know what I'm saying? That's humane. But we gonna divert from that human stuff. That's on another topic because us melanated people, our DNA is different. But we're gonna go somewhere else with that because, like I said, we rolling into almost 25 minutes into this left on this live. You know, but we want to get into some other details, especially when going on to Obama, Hillary Clinton, and Adam Schiff. We didn't talk much about Adam Schiff. You know what I'm saying? Because Adam Schiff, we've been saying Adam Schiff was crooked for so long, and now
Now I
all this
tell
shit
you,
now coming out now. Yeah.
I tell you, if some people want to learn about Adam Schiff or the deep state, for that matter, they need to go to a channel and they can watch it in a cartoon format too. And because they telling you the truth while they trying to make it in a cartoon and be kind of funny. But it's a channel on YouTube called United Spot. Now I don't know how they come up with the name for it, but I've been watching them off and on for a couple years, and they make cartoons out of the political arena. And some of that shit is funny because there's one up there by Nancy Pelosi. She had what's his name? Zelensky. Zelensky had to get had
that
to
little rat.
that little rat had to screw her damn ass in order to get that $1 billion or something they gave.
Oh my God, man!
And she said,
God,
and she's like, that wasn't so bad, now was it?
That's so bad.
She getting it. She getting up, putting her clothes back on. She said, hey, now that wasn't so bad, now was it? That little fucked up laugh. I was laughing my ass off.
Oh shit, man! I remember saying all the memes and shit. Oh yeah, you made me think about what happened in Washington D.C., man. It was one of these guys come out. I mean, was calling the agents, the FBI agents, fascists and shit. He was going off and shit. They was recording him, and then all of a sudden he was in a couple of them agents' face. He had a foot long sub sandwich in his hand. Then all of a sudden, he was going out. He was going in there ranting. He just threw the damn sub sandwich at one of the agents. They chased his ass down the street. Man, it was something. Man, I couldn't help myself. I was just on the floor seeing they dude. He was still talking shit. They were running after him. He was still talking. You know what I mean? I was just dying. And I was saying, I can't wait till the comics get on here, especially Cat Williams get on and talk about that sub sandwich he threw at them. Cause he gonna make it funny as fuck. You know what I mean? But it was funny. He threw the whole foot long at his ass at one of the agents, man, and they chased him down the street. And I said, man, these motherfuckers is going crazy now. They losing their shit. And we spoke about that shot too. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna start seeing a lot of these people start, just going ape shit. You know what I mean? So I don't know if that was the case, but he threw his whole foot long in, and then how high them damn foot longs is? Shit, I would have threw the rap at his ass. I wouldn't threw the foot long. I would have ate the foot long before I threw it at him.
Remember, but I'd have to go back and look.
Yeah.
But I think I put a little video up. I think I did. Boy, they talked about the Anthony Wynn laptop. I put that up once before somewhere. But I think somebody took it down and see that Anthony Wynn laptop. They don't even want to talk about that. They ain't talk about the Anthony Wynn laptop yet. But all they want to talk about is when the Hunter Biden laptop. They talk about the Hunter Biden laptop. They don't want to talk about that damn Anthony Wynn laptop. Cause see, the Anthony Wynn laptop is the one that got Hillary.
It's a difference.
Got Hillary Clinton on that doing some real evil shit. You
Just
know.
not Hillary. Not just Hillary. You know, Weiner had all type of, you know what I'm saying, motherfuckers that they, you know, they could have, you know, in a lot of shit in that laptop. Now, you know, Hunter Biden, it was just shit on him. You know what I'm saying? Showing videos of him smoking crack and him in a room naked and shit with a woman and all that shit. It was just showing him. But Anthony Weiner now take it. It's a whole different ball game. You know what I'm saying? You wanna look at, you know, Epstein, you know what I'm saying? You know, he probably had some shit in there too, you know, exposing some people. You know what I mean? You see what I'm saying? So it's a difference, you know what I mean? You know, from Anthony
Oh
Weiner
yeah, when they
and
arrested
fucking
Epstein and put him in, when they arrested Epstein, put him in jail. United Spot, they got a 2 or 3 clips on there where Hillary and Bill goes to the jail and and visits him and shit and tell him to kill himself or something like that, or wanted to kill him or something, you know, while it's so he wouldn't tell on them.
Right.
Oh
Hey, we
yeah,
do
man.
it. Yeah. Yeah, I know
Every
they
once in a while, it's
man.
kind of funny, you know, the
Well, it
way they
is,
do
it
it.
is, it is, and like I said, I can't wait till the memes and shit, you know, drop out, you know, a lot of this stuff, you know, because people gonna tear their ass up with the memes and
Like I
stuff.
said, they go watch United Spot. Yeah, I get them in check, but yeah, they need to go back and start from the beginning though, because they do it kind of like as the ship they go on in real time. Yeah, they do it. They got it pretty good, you know. I mean, it ain't nothing to write home tell mama to watch, but hey, if you want to figure out some shit, yeah, it's a little damn. It's some information in them things that they exposing. Yeah, they damn sure is.
They've been talking about, you know, Anthony Weiner, and then who was his wife, Aberdeen. You know what I'm saying? About
Yeah,
her.
Uber Amadine.
Yeah, she supposed to be hooking up with someone else. You know what I mean? So you know they've been talking about her too lately. So I'm
Oh
just
well,
saying.
yeah, she's down there in damn Gitmo. I don't know if they executed her. Oh, she gonna serve life in prison, but I think they executed her at the. But don't quote me on that one now.
All right.
And
Well.
and little fucking Anthony Weiner. I got to go back and look and see if his name on that list. I didn't even look for his ass because he wasn't that important.
Well, he don't need to be on that list now. He's locked up.
Well, yeah. No, he don't need.
I mean, and
But
it's
I
good to
thought
know
he
that
got
if he
out
is on
though,
that list.
cause he didn't have to
Did he get
serve but
out?
like
Did he
he
get
didn't have
out?
to
No, I
serve
didn't
but
hear
like
nothing about
20,
that.
20 something months, man.
Man, I didn't hear nothing about that. See,
Yeah, Anthony
they be
Weiner
keeping
got
shit
out.
on
He
that.
didn't have
Man,
to
what
serve
the
nothing but
fuck?
20 something now months.
Man, what was I at then? You know what I mean?
Yeah, he been
I mean, I'm
out.
just saying. Yeah, I tell you, you can't keep up with everything. I'm just saying. You know, I
Well,
thought
you
the
know,
motherfucker was still like that.
Epstein when they arrested his ass back in what 2012, 2013 for some child trafficking pornography shit. Well, I don't think he got 13 months out of that shit.
That shit supposed to put you away because they had one of them. He was torching a little boy. You know what I'm saying? He was it a little boy? No, it was a little boy. They had you know they didn't show all the whole footage. You couldn't see the whole footage, but you can hear the boy crying. You know
Now
what I'm
here's
saying?
what
And
I
he
think.
yelling at the
They
boy
said they set him back free because I think he was an undercover motherfucking agent.
like the rest of these motherfuckers. Like the rest of these motherfuckers.
I
Yeah,
mean, he
yeah.
had the keys to do as he will, but he had to give up the information that to a certain group that he had on all these damn people. And I think he had to give it up to a certain military personnel, the information that he was acquiring on all these damn people. I think he was a damn
Well,
agent.
we still seeing the shit play out with the Diddy case. You know what I'm saying? Because they still trying to hide shit. They trying to hide out who's been going to these parties, and you know a lot of you know what I'm saying a lot of some politicians that went to this party. All
Oh
the you know
yeah.
basketball, football stars that been to this party. You know what I'm saying they protecting these folks. You know it is. You know it is because they you know they
Now
took out
here's
that
one thing
trafficking
about it.
charge.
I don't know how Diddy got out of that shit.
You know how he got out. We know
I
how
don't know
you
how
got
Diddy
out.
got out of that
I'm
shit.
telling you, man. You know, it's a lot of powerful people behind that shit that did this shit, man. For real. You know what I'm saying? And like I said,
They didn't
if they would
let
convict him,
Jeffrey Epstein get out of it.
I
I'm trying to figure out
know,
how Diddy
I
got out of it.
know, I know. So I mean, I feel what you're saying. You know what I'm saying? Because who was did it? Then this white man Epstein. You see what I'm saying? I see what you're saying. But but we just don't know what situations
Hey,
both of them
wasn't no
had. You know what
king,
I mean?
what
So
wasn't no kings and queens.
Diddy could be and mentally could be more stable in the mind than Jeffrey Epstein. I'm just saying. I ain't saying this is the truth, but he might have been more can keep shit on the wraps. We don't know. You know what I'm saying? So why they put the lesser charge on Diddy, because everybody was thinking, knowing that he was just going to get hit with that trafficking charge. But if he got hit with that trafficking charge, I'm telling you, it has been a lot of people's names gonna get popping. He's gonna still be popping up. You know what I mean? So just saying. For the
Yeah,
ones
cause
that
hey,
think I'm
ain't no
crazy,
kings and queens and prime ministers and stuff going to Diddy's parties. Mm-mm. Diddy got the other part, got the other side of it. See, Epstein had goddamn diplomats,
there you
kings,
go. There you
queens
go. There you go. You see,
coming to hear.
it's there you go.
And
It's a
he
lot
did have
bigger.
Chris Tucker on his island too. Yeah, Chris Tucker's up in that
Yeah.
shit.
That's what I'm saying. It's a lot
Motherfucker
bigger.
knee deep.
You know.
Chris Tucker's. I'm sorry, feel sorry for the
It,
boy, but that boy's knee deep up in that shit.
well, Epstein shit was a lot bigger than the Diddy shit. You know what I'm
Like
saying?
Kevin
So.
Spacey, because I think Kevin Spacey and Chris Tucker went over at the same time. But I listened to a Jeffrey Epstein survivor girl one damn day, and she talked about how damn Chris Tucker and Kevin Spacey and
Right.
somebody else
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
raped her
Yeah.
motherfucking ass 2 or 3 times.
Yeah. And we don't want to forget about Allie Carter. You know what I'm saying? Well, she did. Well, right now they is they still looking for Allie Carter, because they can't find her. Because after she came out with that last video that she was really in tears, was saying how can they basically really give him that lesser charge, because she knew that Diddy could be he's a threat. You know what I mean? And now it's talks
Yeah,
about him reaching out, even though if they if they because this is what they saying, they could get him 20 years on paper and out of time served. You know what I mean? And then he be on house arrest, and then now he be out here trying to go after all these motherfuckers that's been turning on him. So this ain't it's not coming from me. This is what I've been hearing. So I'm just saying it's anything is possible these days. Playing with these people, you know what I'm saying? So, but
it's just like the dude sung in that song. They not like us.
oh
They
yeah,
ain't. They not
hey,
like
yeah,
us.
that's a real
Once that
song, man. For real.
it's very few of them. Well, there's been a few, but it's only been a few of them. Once they crossed over, still stayed us. Yeah,
Very few.
very
Very
few.
few. You know what I mean? A handful. You know what I mean? So I'm just saying, I mean, what really going on to have these people really scared like this to, speaking out? Well, we know, but it's because I know a lot of people ask that question like, damn, you know, you see all this stuff going on, this stuff is going on, this shit was wrong, the sex trafficking and all the rituals and all this shit that's going on in Hollywood, you know what I'm saying? Why is nobody, the main ones speaking out? You know what I mean? I'm just saying, a lot of these people, that's just who they are. You know what I mean? So you just gonna say it. These motherfuckers are some fucking demons. He's gonna say it. They don't give a flying fuck. You know what I mean? Either. You know what I'm saying? So they figure they on the winning side and shit like that, but don't realize, you know what I'm saying? It's the other side to this. You know what I mean? You gotta leave this motherfucker. You have to leave this motherfucker. Everybody gotta leave here. So I'm just saying, and and some people just knowing they they took the oath. They sold their soul, so they were like, well, fuck it. What I mean, I might as well just live it up. But I'm just saying, you seen a lot of when it comes down to the children. Because that's where I really came, really started. You just said, fuck this shit. What I mean? When I was hearing about the adrenochrome and all this shit they was extracting for them kids. You see what I'm saying? So I was like, nah, man, I'm not going to just not sit there and not say nothing. I'm not just going to just be a person that frees my conscious mind and just be quiet about this and not speak on this shit.
Well,
You know
see,
what I'm saying?
some people ain't
So,
gonna believe Hillary Clinton mutilated the baby and drank the blood of the baby. That's what's on the Anthony Weiner laptop. Now, some people might not believe Rock said he ate babies. Some people might not believe Tom Hanks done it either.
They take it like these people are joking. These people are serious, y'all. They not joking.
Cause
These people are serious.
Isaac Cappy told Tom Hanks. Cause see, they killed Isaac Cappy because he was exposing too much information. They killed Isaac Cappy because he's higher up in the damn ranks.
But he was telling everybody he's been followed and he been feeling like, somebody's out to kill him. He was saying all this shit before he went out. Yeah.
Yeah. And Tom Hanks called him because I got the video. Tom Hanks called him and asked Isaac Cappy to ask them to have mercy on him. Cause he know his shit was they knew they were going down in. When Trump hit the scene, they knew they were going down in. And he asked him, he said, come on, man, tell them they can't do me like that. Isaac Cappy told him, said, hey, man, you ate baby. He said, you can't get out of that.
No, you can't. I'm sorry. You can't.
You
Ain't
can't
no
get
turning
out of
around
that.
from that. Yeah, ain't no turning around from that, I mean,
Cause the one that came back and claimed Earth by blood right, you can't eat no babies and think you gonna get off of this bitch without paying for that.
Right. Well, you know what? We're gonna come back and then probably another week or so. We're gonna get into this extraterrestrial talk. You know what I'm saying? Because we've been diverting from the Anunnaki and the alien
Speaking of the
grays and
Anunnaki,
all these other extraterrestrials. Because that's what our platform was built on. At first, was talking about the Anunnaki and all these different extraterrestrials. That's been interacting in our world, especially the reptilians. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
So,
I
but
put
go
a
ahead.
little video up about the Anunnaki not too long ago, 3-4 weeks ago, whatever. But anyway, I was watching Rod one night, and Rod said, the Anunnaki up in Michigan, the Anunnaki interrupted the mainstream TV and cut in and said, hey, told them, say, we the Anunnaki. We just trying to let y'all know we here. Be calm. And hey, I remember running across the damn some research about that shit happened in Europe years ago. And I think it was the Palladians had interrupted the newscast and told them that they were the Palladians and they were here.
Don't forget about Atlanta. Atlanta just had a transmission go through their television. The Anunnaki come through, and they were saying some things. So I mean, this is what we just been confirmed about what they said they was gonna do years ago. You know what I'm saying? So you know what I'm saying. So I know the information that we've been getting for over these 2 decades. It's been right. You know what I'm saying? And I don't give a flying flip who believes it or not. You know what I mean? You gonna see. If you ain't seeing it now, you going to see, you know what I'm saying, and you going to know the truth. You know what I mean? We in the age of the know. You know what I mean? You can't be in, like you said, Dickie, I think, or if. You can't be in no if. You got to know. You know what I mean?
If you
You
don't
got to
know,
be in the
you
know.
need to leave it alone or go find out so you will know, cause we ain't understanding shit no more. We overstanding every damn thing.
And understanding. You know what I'm saying? Because none of this shit is gonna be under us no more. We gonna understand it and overstand it. You see
We're
what I'm
gonna
saying?
overstand this shit.
They've been we've been understanding for a long time. You know what I'm saying? And that was, you know what I'm saying, that was our kryptonite. Now we seeing the truth now. Now we elevating in consciousness now. You know what I mean? Because we spoke about that. We spoke about the conscious level. You know what I'm saying? About the information. Don't divert from the information. Even though you don't believe it, just take it in. Take it in, because eventually something's gonna start making
Retrain.
sense.
Yeah, retrain your vocabulary too, because like I've said before, that English language is a curse.
Yes,
And
sir.
the way they got it in, you can say bad things or take your power away by the way you said it.
Right. Because like I said, us melanated people, we, you know what I'm saying, the English language is spellcasting, and we got to watch what we say because it start manifesting. You know what I mean? Especially with a lot of these artists. These artists want to play like they dead and living in coffins and shit, but don't know. You know what I'm saying? That you can have your time to demise. Because you calling it in. But who wants to believe that? You know what I mean? I'm just saying. They want to say y'all conspiracy theorists. But we moving up to less than 5 minutes on this live, bro, and we want to give our last thoughts right here on this live, because it's been a good one. This been a good one. I so respect, all the listeners, and I respect, I'm saying, all the people that's doing the work, you know what I mean? Because it's a lot of people is putting a lot of good information out on YouTube. I've been YouTube is flooding, not this YouTube, TikTok number one. TikTok, you can find a lot of stuff, information that's going on TikTok. So I want to give it up to all the people that is enlightening their brothers and sisters, what I'm saying, all over the globe, about this information. So, Dickie, your last thoughts.
Hell, I just want to sing a song. You ain't gotta check on how you feel. You ain't gotta worry about a fine. Just keep repeating, none of this is real. And if you sensing there's something wrong, well, just remember it won't be too long before the director cuts the scene. Yeah, ain't really your life, ain't really your life, ain't really nothing but a movie. And all I can say on top of that is one love, why do, and two loot.
Yeah. That's what's up. You know what I mean? I want to say, everybody, thank you for listening. Y'all can come and catch the playback if you didn't catch the live. You know what I'm saying? Please, you know what I'm saying? If you want any comments, please leave them down in the comment box. You know what I mean? Because we love reading comments. All the newcomers, thank you for coming in. You know what I'm saying? Please hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. You know what I'm saying? Comment and share this long and wide. I'm telling you, you know what I'm saying? We've been doing our research for over 2 decades. We've been speaking to people over 2 decades. You know what I'm saying? Everything you need to know about us, if on other channels or platforms, it's in the link in the description. Please go to the descriptions and check it out. You know what I'm saying? If you want to donate, you know what I'm saying, you can find us on Cash App. And the Cash App thing is in the description. Dice 3789. You know what I'm saying? And all the people that's been loyal to, you know what I'm saying, we are Vicious TV. We love y'all. We love y'all. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying,
It's one love, baby.
the Most High gonna bless you. You know what I mean? Because we are actually genuine folks. You know what I'm saying? And we don't have no agency to back us up, and we ain't looking for no damn agency to back us up, because we know them agencies. You know what I'm saying? They be bought out by them crooked cabal members too. So we don't need that. You know what I'm saying? We you know what I'm saying? We just keep doing what we can do independently. You know what I'm saying? Please, we would love your support. Because we not stopping till all this shit be fully exposed. You know what I mean? Because Dickie, I want to thank you for keeping me up on board. You know what I mean? Because I was finna give up a while ago. You know what I mean? Because I didn't know that they were shadow banning us like they was. You know what I mean? And YouTube still shadow banning because there's a lot of people that putting out good information. Should have been having a whole lot of much subscribers, but they don't. You see what I'm saying? So we done talked about that when when they these agencies and holding certain people up. We already know this. You know what I'm saying? So we gonna keep speaking about it. So I want to thank everybody. Because we in the greatest time in human history. So all this stuff is gonna come out and it's gonna be revealing. We said 2025 was gonna be a big year, a massive year. We told you. And you've been seeing it. You've been seeing everything coming out, and I hope Donald Trump stay on their ass. And really, next week we'll start seeing somebody like your boy said, put your hands behind y'all back. I'm Dice Game G here on We Are VishusTv, Dickie Jr. and Dice Game Show. You know what I'm saying? That was another one. Get ready. You know what I'm saying? We at war. We at war.
Get ready, cause it's about to pop.
Yeah, we at war with the deep state, yo. You know what I mean? I told you, ain't nobody, it's not gonna go, everybody gonna have to play a major piece of this game. I'm saying you ain't gonna be relaxing on the couch and thinking, oh shit, I'm just gonna chill out and let this motherfucker take it or that motherfucker take it. We need your help too. It's as simple as that. We need your help too. You know what I'm saying? If you're not gonna help, you might as well die. And I hate to say it like that. I ain't trying to be cruel.
It's like Parliament fucking that said, if you ain't gonna get it on, then take your dead ass home.
Get your ass on out this planet, cause you know what I'm saying. You just holding us up. You holding the rest of us up. We try to. We try to go to 5D.
Goddamn, get off your ass and jam, cause we ready to jam.
Yeah, we out of here. We love y'all. Y'all be safe.
To lose.